Hello, my friends. Welcome once again here on Invest in You in this second part of our 12 principles of wellness, goodness, and greatness to be a disruptive person. I want to tell you that I'm so happy that I can share my principles of success that have made Coach Adolph, who Coach Adolph is today. Our seventh principle of success and wellness for me is to study and to learn more and more. It is so important to have this important principle of intellect. Every time that we know more, every time that we have more experience, more information, more research, more evidence, we can start to disrupt our life and have more opportunities. I remember that when I was a kid going to school, my information was common like everybody else. And I used to think like everybody else. But today that I choose, that I find my own information, I can decide how to nurture my memory with good information. And that's why for me, having good practices of intellect, to learn, to read, to write, to listen, to have good communication, is part of having a good principle of intellect. We never know enough. By the way, we should practice like what Socrates, the great philosopher of Greece, used to say. The only thing I know is that I know nothing. Why do you think he used to say that? Because whenever we know, many times we get limited. And that's why our intellect should constantly be innovated, constantly be actualized, so that we can be like chameleons, always changing, always improving, always being better people. My friends, let's go to our next principle. Our next principle is to have applied faith. When we apply faith, trust, and hope in our day-to-day life, we start to be aligned with spirituality. It is important to have spirituality as one of our most important principles. Este principio se llama la espiritualidad. Tener fe, esperanza y siempre confiar en nosotros y en la espiritualidad. I say it in Spanish and in English so that my viewers can understand it. Whenever we start to have this principle of being spiritual, we start to live from inside of us. We start to have faith. We start to trust more in the process, in us, knowing that with love, with passion, with courage, with attitude, believing in ourselves, we can get all that we desire. This principle have brought me a long way, and that's why it needs to be one of my 12 most important principles of life. I trust, I have faith, and I hope for the best every day in whatever I do. And that principle is so key for me. And I invite you to apply in your next projects, my dear friends. Our next principle of success, wellness, and greatness is to be a person that is always finding change. Change is so important. We need to change. El principio de cambio es súper importante. It's so important. Be transformation. Be change. Don't stay the same. We need to change our clothes. We need to change the food that we eat. We need to change our habits. We need to change our perspective. We need to change all the time. Change and evolution is part of our existence as people, as humanity. And that's why for me, change is necessary. Change is key. Change is part of evolution. Change is part of transformation. When we don't change, we have situations. Make change today be that beacon of light that you are looking for, to see brighter, to know what you want, to do it with enthusiasm, to have clarity, to have gratefulness, and to always have that faith and hope and trust that it can happen, my dear friends. I invite you to this practice of spirituality where you practice applied faith. Our next principle is the principle of flow. Fluir en español. It is important to flow. There were many times that I got stuck in the way because I was hardwired with one idea, with one concept. And I discovered that only by flowing, only by continuing, only by letting go, by releasing all of the ego, all of the karma, that I could get more opportunities, new opportunities. And I could discover a whole new life, a whole new world with my flow. And today, I invite you to be flow. I invite you to understand that it is important for us to flow. When we have this practice, we feel that we are living. We feel that we are discovering. We feel that every day is exciting because we are in flow, because we are not attached to past situations, to past circumstances. In the contrary, we appreciate all the adversities, all the challenges, but we say thank you. I'm looking forward to the next great experience, to the next great surprise that life will teach me. And that is flow. Flow more. Flow easy. Don't run. Take your time. The water finds its way to cascade from up and going down. Flow today. Let life make you flow. Let go. Don't try to force anything. Just have this principle, this practice of feeling that you are flowing, that you are letting yourself go, and that every time you have this practice. Flow, flow, and flow again, my dear friends. Our next and last faculty is the faculty of disruptiveness. Know that you can change your life. Know that you can be disruptive. Know that life is out there with many opportunities, with many new concepts, with many concepts that we have never discovered or experienced before. Today, know that there is disruptiveness, and that if you call it red and it's orange, it's okay. You have a different perspective. When we change our perspective, we change the way we see things, and we create new things. Be disruptive today. Feel disruptive today. Think disruptive. Act disruptive. Live your life in a disruptive mode. And know that you are creating it with this wonderful practice of being different, of being unique, of being original, and valuing who you really are, my dear friends. I am so grateful that we could cover these wonderful principles of goodness, wellness, and greatness with Coach Adolph. May this practice be a good one for you. Check your principles. Write them down. Practice them. Be clear about them. Celebrate them every day and make them yours. Okay, my friends? Thank you so much for your time, for liking, for commenting, and for viewing this wonderful platform on Invest in You with Coach Adolph. Have a good day. Take care. Goodbye.